Hello there everyone, my name is Miranda and it is once again Wednesday, meaning that it is time for another all-new Top 5 Wednesday video here. And today's topic, if you will, is your top 5 most anticipated pre-orders for the rest of the year. Now, I don't really ever pre-order books. The last book that I pre-ordered was The Retribution of Mara Dyer because I knew I needed that book immediately, and if you pre-order it, you could get a signed copy, so I definitely pre-ordered it. I don't really pre-order many books in case I don't like it because then you're kind of stuck with it unless you want to drive all the way to the store to return it, which I usually don't want to because I'm lazy. Socially anxious when it comes to stuff like that. So for this, it's not really books that I'm going to pre-order, but it's books that I'm really looking forward to that are coming out in the rest of the year. First up is The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This is the sequel to My Life Next Door, which is a book that was really cute. I mean, I didn't finish it because it got really dramatic and really over the top at the end, and I was just like, please end this. Anyway, this book is going to be about Tim, who we met in the first book, and Alice, who is the older sister of the boy from the first book. I don't really remember the character names because I read the book a long time ago, but I'm really intrigued by this romance because it sounds like it's going to be very different from the first one, and the first one was cute, like I said. It just got really over dramatic and over the top at the end to the point where I wanted to either throw the book out the window and then run it over with the truck or just not finish it, and I decided to do the one that causes the least property damage, so. Next up is going to be Forever With You by Jalen, which is a book that I'm feeling iffy about right now because if you saw my top 5 most anticipated releases of the whole year, Fall With Me by Jalen was on it, which is the book that was previous to this one in the series. And I don't know, Jalen Jennifer L. Armentrout, I usually love her books, but like recently, since I would say like November of last year, her books are just not doing it for me. I feel like they're very cliche, very boring, very repetitive, and these are things that I've never felt with her books before. I've always felt that her stories were very intriguing, very interesting, very different, and now it's just kind of like, I don't really look forward to her books anymore. But the Wait For Me series is a series that I am absolutely in love with. So I am looking forward to Forever With You. It is the story of Nick, who we met previously in Stay With Me and Fall With Me. And Nick seems like a really interesting, really intriguing guy. I'm hoping she'll make him a little different from all the other guys we met before, because that's kind of my problem with the series. I feel like all the guys, aside from Jace and Cam, are basically interchangeable. Like, they all just have kind of this like dry personality. They make dirty jokes all the time, yet they're sweethearts deep down, and I feel like it's getting boring. So I'm hoping Nick kind of has more of a personality and isn't just a cut off this perfect man cloth that we seem to be creating. It's not something that I have the greatest hopes for, but I'm still anticipating it. Number 3 is Their Fractured Light by, I don't know their names, Amy Kaufman. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, I'm so sorry, and Megan Spooner, right? Yep, and Megan Spooner. There we go. That's a nice, easy name that I'm probably still pronouncing wrong. This is the 3rd and final book in the These Broken Stars trilogy, which is a series that I am absolutely in love with. It's just so different and so really interesting. I feel like a lot of people do dual point of views now with the girl and the guy in the romance, and it's very repetitive and very, I feel like, an easy thing almost nowadays, but they are 2 people who have done it for a while now and done it very well. These Broken Stars was amazing. Shattered World was just as good, and I'm so anticipating Their Fractured Light because it's going to bring together the 2 couples that we met in the first 2 books, but then also introduce a 3rd couple, and now it's kind of the bigger world is all coming together. We're going to bring the corporations and the experiments and everything we learned about in book 1 and book 2 that the separate characters don't know about each other. We're all going to smash it together, and I'm hoping it will make one awesomely epic story. I really think it will. I mean, their storytelling so far has been superb. I'm absolutely obsessed with this series. The covers are gorgeous, and I really think they're going to knock it out of the park with this one, with bringing all the little breadcrumbs that we've had in the first 2 books together into one giant epic ending, and I can't wait for it. Number 2 is going to be Dark Tide, which is the 3rd book in the Waterfire saga, and I absolutely love this series. I feel like it was one of those ones that when it first came out was really hyped up as being this great thing, this amazing thing. It's trying to make it like this big, like the next Harry Potter or something like that. But I feel like I didn't read it for a long time just because people were saying like, oh, they're trying to make it the next big thing. Like, who buys into that? You can't make something the next big thing or whatever. Then I finally read it, and I was kicking myself for waiting so long for reading it, except not really, because then I got to read book 2 like directly after. I didn't have to wait. So maybe it's a good thing that I waited a little while. It's basically everything I could ever want in a book. Got this group of mermaids who have their homes invaded and they're kind of living in a war. It's got a mermaid princess, her best friend, her worst enemy, like all these like random people combined, and they go from like being these like shy, kind of having everything done for them, pampered girls to absolute badass warriors in like the span of the 2 books, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Like there's a teeny bit of romance, but really the whole story and the whole focus of the plot is on these girls and how strong they're becoming and how badass they're becoming. And I feel like for me, nothing is better than seeing a story of a girl who's kind of had everything done for her or hasn't have to really worry about life transform into like just this take no prisoners attitude and like beating down the bad guys, and I love it so much. The series has been like non-stop, like it just goes so fast, so good, and I really can't wait to see what happens. It's the 3rd book and pieces have to start coming together more, and we have to see how these girls are going to change and grow even more, and I'm just really excited with everything that we found out about it. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. I'm so excited to read it, and if you haven't read that series yet, definitely check it out because I think you'll be highly, highly impressed with it. Alright, it is time once again for my number 1 book, and my most anticipated pre-order of 2015, or what's left of it, is The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan. This doesn't come out till October 6th, so we still have a little ways to wait for it. This is his first book in his new series, Magnus Chase, which is going to talk about the Norse gods, and I'm very, very excited for this because it's going to have like Loki and Thor, but it's going to have them in like different ways than we're used to seeing them in the Marvel universe, so I think it's really interesting. And Riordan has said that he always wanted to write the Norse myths because he thinks they're really interesting and really intriguing. I don't know a bunch about it, but I didn't know a lot about the Egyptian myths either until I read his Kane Chronicles, and now I feel like I could ace a college seminar class in it. Well, maybe not that bad, but I do know a lot about it, so I'm excited to read it, and I'm also excited for the characters because Magnus Chase, I don't know that much about him, but he is cousins with Annabeth Chase, so there's definitely crossover potential there with Percy Jackson and Annabeth coming into this series now that Blood of Olympus is all wrapped up, and I'm always up for seeing more Percy Jackson and Annabeth Chase. I'm hoping this book is good, and I'm just really looking forward to reading it. I really love Rick Riordan's books. Even the ones that disappoint me are still better than most books I read, so I cannot wait to see what this book is going to be like, and I'm just so excited to finally have it in my hands and hug it and read it and just love it forever. Alright, there you have it. Those are my top 5 most anticipated pre-orders for the rest of the year. If you have any books that you are looking forward to and think that I should check out, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below because I'm always looking for more books to check out. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more Top 5 Wednesday videos, and don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't done that already to be told when I make more videos. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Why am I hugging myself like that? I don't know what to do with my hands. Say socially awkward. It's just me. Alright, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!